Hey, what's up guys? It's Patrick here, and today I'm bringing you guys episode 3 of my Boom Beach Let's Play series. So in this episode, I'm looking to build a lot of stuff and upgrade a lot of stuff because really, most of the upgrades and building times are 2 to 5 minutes. So with some fast forwarding, with a little bit of patience, we should be able to get 5 or 6 things done today, and let's see what we can do. Alright, so to start it off, I'm going to build my wood storage, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what that does. And then as far as my second building, that's going to be the vault. And the vault's actually pretty interesting. So there isn't anything like this in Clash of Clans. What the vault does is it keeps your resources safe against your attackers. So it's a safe haven for your gold, for your wood, and I think there's a few more resources you get down the line, like I think iron and stone or something like that. So the vault's pretty crucial, and I think it'll definitely help for saving up for big upgrades like the headquarters. So I'll probably focus on upgrading that later, but let's go ahead and use our first upgrade on this gunboat to level 2. So this is only a 2-minute upgrade, and the reason I wanted to do this first is because right now I can drop 2 artillery shells from the very beginning of any of my raids. But if I upgrade my gunboat, I should have enough ammo or energy, I guess, to do 3 artillery shells right off the beginning of a raid. And usually 3 artillery shells is enough to take care of any defensive unit. So I think I'll save up for that, and it'll be a pretty good one. Alright, so right now, let's take a look at this first base. We have a sniper tower in the front, a mortar in the back. What I'm going to do, I'm going to drop my 2 artillery shells in the front, and looking back, it might have been smarter to drop my 2 artillery shells on the mortar. So go ahead and check out this raid. I'm going to drop those 2 shells. I'll drop my rifleman right here. Looks like the sniper tower should go down pretty quickly. It's probably only going to take out one of my guys. And then as far as the mortar goes, it's actually going to get a pretty good amount of damage in. So I dropped that 3rd artillery shell, and that did a pretty good amount of damage. But I was thinking maybe I should have dropped my 2 shells in the back in the very beginning. And then once I destroyed that archer tower, I could have dropped my final artillery on that mortar. And maybe I could have saved a couple of my riflemen's lives. But anyways, I'll go ahead and put that in my pocket for the next raid. Let's go ahead and talk these villagers. Obviously, those guys are happy to be saved. No problem, guys. And it looks like we're going to steal about 1,700 gold and over 600 wood. So we did lose 3 riflemen. Really isn't fun to lose your troops. But let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Alright, so for this raid, looks like there is only a machine gun. I don't know if we have seen a machine gun yet in this Let's Play series, but the machine guns, they do a pretty small amount of damage, but they do it in a wide radius, so they're actually pretty effective against the riflemen. But what I wanted to do, I dropped my 2 artillery shells, and then after they destroyed one of these oil can things, it did give me enough ammo to drop my 3rd artillery shell, and that took care of the machine gun without even having to attack it. Alright, so that's going to do it for this raid. This was probably one of my easiest ones yet. We got a medal, we got almost 1,000 gold and over 600 wood, so not too bad at all. So let's go ahead and look at raid number 3. Looks like there are 2 sniper towers here. Should be pretty easy. What I'm going to do, I'll drop 2 artillery shells on one sniper tower, and then I'll drop all my troops on the other sniper tower. So after my troops take care of this one with full health, I'll drop my last artillery on that second sniper tower, and yeah, that should be it. Sounds pretty confusing, but in reality, it's really simple, and this one should go fairly well. Alright, so it looks like we're losing a few riflemen. Rest in peace. Probably should have trained some more after that last one, but it looks like we lost a few of those guys. This artillery will kill that tower, and then we'll wrap it up by destroying this headquarters. So we're doing pretty well right now. I haven't used any of the heavies yet. Like I said, I unlocked those in the last episode for getting to headquarters level 2. Probably once I get my 3rd boat, I'll use 1 heavy and then follow it up with 2 boats of riflemen. And I really want to get to headquarters 5 because I think then you get your bazookas. And the bazookas are definitely OP. They take care of everything really quickly, even though they have a weak amount of health. Alright, so heading back to base, looks like our gunboat did complete. Now we're taking a look at these landing crafts, and the crafts only take about 2 minutes each. So these are another one of those upgrades that I can sort of fast forward through. So it's going to give us another troop space. And for the riflemen, that's pretty good. For the heavies, they do take up 4 spots each, so you really don't notice the upgrade until you have 8 spots available on your craft. But yeah, let's go ahead and finish up that one, and then start up landing craft number 2. So while this one upgrades, I'm going to go ahead and train troops for that first landing craft, and then finally, after I fast forward, we will be fully upgraded as far as our landing crafts go. Okay, so looking at what we want to upgrade next. First things first, let me go ahead and reinforce some troops. We could do the gunboat, but that's a 30-minute upgrade. I'm looking for an upgrade that might be finished by the end of this video. So let's go ahead and try this sniper tower. That's only a 5-minute upgrade, and maybe if we only do 2 or 3 raids, it should be done by the end. Alright, so heading back to the ocean, let's go ahead and find another base to attack. We have 2 more NPC bases right here. And looking at this one, looks like there's a mortar in the back, sniper in the front. So as long as we take care of one of them, we should have enough artillery to take care of the other. So I'm going to go ahead and drop 2 artillery in the back. I'll drop my snipers up here, or I guess my riflemen up here. And then after my riflemen take care of this tower, the mortar should go down fairly easily. So most of these raids in the beginning, they only have like 2 or 3 defensive buildings, and really you only have to spread your artillery out, and most of the time you shouldn't lose that many troops. You should only lose like 1 or 2 troops in the beginning, and then especially when I get my heavies out, the heavies can take a ton of damage, and my riflemen should be pretty protected against most of the raids. Alright, so wrapping this one up, looks like we got about 1,000 gold, 800 wood, not too bad, and we only lost 1 troop, so let's go ahead and keep going and wrap it up with this next raid. So it looks like for this one, there's 2 machine guns, and these ones are a little bit close together, so I should be able to drop my artillery between them. And then after I drop my troops, they can take care of these barrels right here, and I should have enough energy to drop that last artillery. So what I'm going to do, and this might seem a little weird, I'm not going to drop my artillery right off the bat. So if I drop my artillery right off the bat on those 2 machine guns, what might happen is my troops might run all the way over to the right and run over those landmines. So I'm going to be patient. I'm going to let these guys run through some of these buildings. Again, I don't want them to go over to the right. I'd rather have them go over to the top where the headquarters is. And then after they destroy this building, right when they start getting close to these machine guns, I will drop that artillery, and that should wrap up this raid. So I think that was pretty effective. I was scared if they were going to go over to that right-hand side and run over those mines, so worked out pretty well. We did not lose any troops, and we got all of the resources from this base. So taking a look at the loot, it looks like we stole over 1,200 gold and over 600 wood. Definitely not too shabby, and let's go ahead and head back to base and see how our sniper tower is doing. So it looks like there's about 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. I'm not really feeling too patient, so I think we'll end it here and resume on the next episode. Alright guys, I hope you're enjoying these videos. I'm having a lot of fun playing Boom Beach. I definitely hope you guys are playing alongside me if you haven't started yet. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the next one tomorrow, and I will see you guys later.